Hey guys, what's up? I'm actually kind of sick right now, so I'm sorry if my voice sounds different. I'm just gonna make this like a more casual video. Essentially, I got my hands on these two rolls of Lomochrome Purple, which is a color shift film that Lomography came out with. And what it does is it basically shifts everything that's in the green tones towards the purple range. And then everything just looks kind of dreamy and more abstract because of that. So this is the film that I got, and then that was the film that I planned this entire shoot around. So the shoot was designed for this film specifically. That actually directly impacted the outfit because I guess I couldn't do anything with green because I wanted to have the model stand out from like the purple background that I was going to shoot with because I chose a location with more like greenery. What I after I looked at some sample photos from other excuse me, when I looked at some sample photos from other photographers, I realized that red is a color that remains pretty much constant throughout the entire like tonal range of all the other colors. So I actually chose a red-based outfit with like a little bit of orange on the shirts and then just like a plain red skirt. So I thought that worked pretty well with the end results, I felt like, which you will be able to see soon. So yeah, that was my outfit choice. I decided to use something that contrasted against the background, so like the red would stand out from the purple because of how this film essentially worked. You'll see soon, I guess. Now moving on to camera. I used two cameras, the Mamiya 7 and the Nikon FM2. There wasn't really like a good reason for shooting two different cameras. I just happened to have two different rolls of films and I needed those extra shots, and I thought why not shoot some medium format as well in addition to my 35. I just brought along two cameras. I shot the medium format first and then I moved on to the Nikon FM2, so I didn't double up on shots. It was just kind of like one set after another, and I'm kind of glad with the results that I got. With regards to casting, I actually had to like message quite a few models, and then like a couple of them weren't really interested because they're trying to add on to their portfolio, and this film is for sure a lot more experimental than what you would generally get for a shoot. So like potentially this could be a project that just wastes the model's time, and then they can't add to their portfolio and things like that. So I understand that a lot of people aren't really willing to shoot trade because of that. But anyway, I did find two people, well, one person who brought along a friend, and they were very enthusiastic about this shoot, and I'm just really lucky to have that opportunity to work with Thibaut and Shamie. And with regards to location, like I said, I pretty much just chose like this really nice like park walkway along the river. So we have like this huge river running through Shanghai, and there's like a 23-kilometer like bike slash running slash walking track just along the riverside. And then there's some really interesting structures and just a lot of greenery, I guess, which work well with this film theoretically. So that's the location that I chose for this shoot. You want to say something to the camera?
Hmm? Oh, hey, what's happening? I just say random shit.
Yes, he does. He talks a lot of shit.
You got me unprepared. I should say something profound. Oh, hi. I'm Thibaut. Nobody important. Just gonna walk around with the camera and take photos.
How do you feel about that shoot?
I'm happy. But it was amazing. That's what it was.
I have no idea how these photos are gonna turn out.
I know, me too, but not ready. Okay.
How do you feel?
I feel stoked, super. I look high, but I'm dope as a motherfucker. Man, I still got 21 shots, so I ain't done yet.
He's
But
the best, yeah.
Now, with the results, I really like the colors. I thought that the tones work out really well. I'm just gonna walk you through kind of maybe like one or two of the shots. The first shot, I actually, this is one of my favorite photos from this entire shoot. I saw this reflective surface when I was out for a run along this track, and then I realized that this could potentially be really interesting, you know, like a frame within a frame kind of thing. So I decided to shoot some of my medium format shots here, and then this first photo just happens to be one of my favorite photos out of this entire shoot. So I'm very happy with that one. I did some experiments with like sitting in like these like wooden pillars, these decorative pillars, but then potentially I don't think that the texture and the color of the wood works out that well with the film. It kind of just looks like, I don't know, a little bit sickly, I guess. It could be due to like how I expose the film as well. The second shot I want to talk about is this one by the stairs. I actually wasn't quite sure how this one would turn out because you had like the greenery in the background, but the stairs itself is quite like a neutral metal kind of color. So I really wasn't sure how this one was going to turn out because I didn't want to waste film. I wanted to do everything with as much like plants and greenery and grass as possible so that I can make the most out of this purpleness. But I decided to take this shot anyway, and I just thought that like the way that the structure of the stairs just works really well with the background essentially. So yeah, these are the two of my favorite shots that I took on medium format. And then moving on to 35, once again, we walked on top of this structure that's like on top of the river path, and then there's just like a whole lot of like white and gray around, and I wasn't quite sure how this would turn out. But then like I think I actually preferred these shots over the shots with like a lot of green in the colors, just so because like it really makes the little bit of purple in the background stand out, and I think that just works really well. There are quite a few shots that are like that where there's just like not too much purple, but then it just works. So yeah. These films are generally a bit more expensive than like your regular films. I think especially if you're abroad, these films are pretty hard to get, and then generally they're priced like double the price of like your Kodak Portras. So they are quite expensive to shoot, and if you do have the spare cash lying around, I would recommend you go for like something like this, just to like push yourself out of your comfort zone, make sure that like you don't get lost in your usual habits of shooting, and that you're like pushing yourself essentially. And I can promise you that the results you get will be rewarding. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. If you did enjoy this episode and you want to see more content like this, then feel free to like and subscribe and tell me what I did well in the comment section below. Thank you.